Can be deadly, especially if they swing out and look to the lineups here. Hazard spotted first, tap from imoRR, lands the first bullet shot and opening up the matchup for the CT side. Hazard dead and buried, his teammates falling back behind his corpse, and imoRR not allowed to get another face it. Instead it's Expert on the site, getting a headshot to Esperanto, seeing where Sterling is as well. Can't quite be as successful for that kill, but a bomb can cross to the site. It'll be a 5v3 on this post plant.
This bomb's not going down, mate. There's smoke is already starting to clear out from City Spawn. Very stalled coming out from LFO. And this is just making it so easy on the pistol for Eternal Fire. And more starting to get more contact through. The bomb trying to cross. Woxic drops it out into the open. Licky, last one left, just hoping to try and isolate a couple of those jewels. It needed to be...
No casualty, no trade for LFO.
That's so disciplined for Woxic, isn't it? Because you could almost feel as if he could have just swung again, trying to get the 5-on-3. He does eventually get spammed up in the smoke, and imoRR's getting flashed in towards the top banana. Hazard's not blinded at all, and now they can start leaning into B.
Open, he's missed out a great flank angle for Calyx. XANTARES going to catch Hazard though, drop that bomb. 3 versus 3 now gained. Are they going to commit towards the B play? No, they're going to rotate back out, but it's such a last second rotation. Calyx needs one kill, drop the bomb. I think you're right about this one, Dweg. 18 seconds, will they check apps? No, they won't. Yes, they will! Flying gifted to them. An Eternal Fire, at least keep those 2 rifles in here.
They just keep clearing it pretty easily. Nothing aggressive there.
Engagement against Licky gives XANTARES a kill. Savage catches him despite the spray continuing out towards that bracket's entrance. imoRR's going to swing back up and try and aggress even further forward than this. Savage could get caught off guard. So could Sterling. Line up. Perfect. And that's a 4v2 now for EF.
Oh, perfect timing for imoRRR, and it might get even better. Calyx in the apartment should be able to deal with Esperanto. The kill goes the other way, though.
That's the second time he's whiffed in the apartments. imoRRR now caught out in the open. Esperanto knows exactly where he is, and the kill comes in for LFO. It's here. Hazard just watching that bomb in the open. Flash is turned away from him. He's going to burn a little bit, take some damage. But line up for kill regardless. Continue that spray. Woxic there with a trade. Esperanto unknown. Woxic doesn't think he's still in pit, and that's going to be kill for imoRRR. Doubles up against Sterling as well. He's having no issues hitting his shots and evading the nades at the sandbags angle as well. Smoke down to get him out of dodge. LFO forced back. Woxic getting Savage out towards mid-control, so this is a much more confident affair for Eternal Fire. Esperanto.
It's both of them finding so much success. Licky hoping to find an entry out to that B side. Doesn't happen.
He's trying to see if he can... There's a distraction of the CT side check. Boiler. Frag 1 by Calyx, who enters the game at last. Meanwhile, Woxic lines up 2, gets 1 pick for it. Sterling out ahead of the smoke. X-Cloud with his kill, leaving it all towards Esperanto. Bomb being dropped. Does get away with that 1 frag and should be aware of the 2 players rotating back from Banana, so there can be a bomb plant here. I don't think it gets denied. It's a little bit too late on rotates back for Eternal Fire. Further smokes on position. Esperanto will reposition himself.
And Molotov's going down towards that new box angle. They're actually going to push through the smoke rather than waiting for it to dissipate. Esperanto deals with that first, and now it just comes at a time. The reloads.
Banana position now to challenge imoRRR directly, and they will do so. Incendiaries and nades all stored, and the backstab's inbound as well for XANTARES, who does find Licky. Overwhelmed by the numbers game, can't get a second kill for it. Their vision also blocked into their own. Savage will get picked up by imoRRR elsewhere. They've completely sandwiched this LFO side, so what was a good effort there is stalled by utility and just discombobulated by the rest of Eternal Fire.
I actually quite like that call from LFO, even though it doesn't work out. They realize, okay, we're just on an eco round. Let's get a massive change of pace. Let's go for something.
Taking damage and falling even further away. 13 seconds though. They've got to make a move now. And now there's 3 CTs on the site directly. Woxic with a kill as X-Cloud falls. 8 seconds. They've got to get the bomb plant now. imoRRR going to get caught off at first boxes. The kill's got to come in soon. No bomb plant. They're not even on the site. It's easy pickings for Eternal Fire. 2 so sitting pretty for now.
Savage would love a dome. An immediate headshot to come through from the AK. Unfortunately, it gets dropped. At least they can kind of put it back in the hands of Hazard or Esperanto and Licky too to continue doing damage. They find that first pick up from the long contact, but Woxic on the off angle continuing to do damage. He's got teammates to aggress him forward. It does force itself into a 3v3, and now everything kind of just falls apart. Esperanto, the last one left in from brackets. 1v3 position, does do damage on to XANTARES. Only a couple of there in the boiler position. Now footsteps heard. Licky checks it, sprays through against 1 and 2. He holds on Savage and Licky. Esperanto's AWP got to land it. No! Missed shots from LFO this time as the bomb is planted, but Sterling and Hazard 2 versus 4 Eternal Fire quickly in retaking positions. Flash forward, Sterling doesn't hit a spray. Hazard's so far out of the sight here. He'll try and engage, but the bomb's not even planted from him. They can slip the defuse from here. imoRRR sees him, gets his frag. Arch
Unbelievably last second executions again from LFO. Sprays Dubens and Taras up for Keo. Only gets that one frag for it. X-Floud is traded back as imoRR gets his kill of his own right. Back on the backside out towards the mid control. Calyx now at pit. Esperanto's got to deal with imoRR, but now got to rotate and grab this bomb, get it back on the site. Molotov's in. Calyx out in the open. Still finds Savage. Esperanto executions way too late. Stalled for a little bit. Forced to save. It's
with the problem here is how do they regroup with Savage? He's got to get in towards City Spawn. Oh, the Flames are going to kill Licky. Force him out to the open. Yeah.
Utility back in, has caught off. Sprays a bit awkward for X-Floud. He's done his damage and gets the second chance for the kill. Found Sterling. 1 versus 5. Galil out. Spray the 10 HP. He's going at X-Floud with a double. Did one player back over towards Nubox. Has his tag so heavily. He knows that X-Floud's out there. It's Sterling that catches a gap in the smoke and gets X-Floud to drop. Nade into the default plant position. Should do damage. Not quite get the kills. The double nades come in and they do catch Licky for it, but a bomb gets planted in time.
Hey, Calyx is still expecting a rat play to come through from long side, so it's going to take him a little while longer to start regrouping up with the rest of the retaking players. Everyone coming in from spawn and not from bananas, and Tara's capitalizing on Sterling.
Esperanto looking to try challenge him with a shoulder bait. Spots it, sees the headshot, catches in the utility as well. Esperanto with a headshot, catching imoRR with U2 in hand the same. Spraying with the wall bangs, Woxic chimes into a 2v2, but Esperanto with the one tap, looking for the taps on Woxic the same. Escaping dodge, no bullets in the magazine, the Glock's pulled out. Woxic got a P250 and into mid and second initially, looking out at the apartments in particular. And Licky ahead of the curb, flashed in. Oh, catches a great flick onto imoRR. Damage done towards XANTARES. Allows Esperanto to finish the job.
Players everywhere towards this banana position to peek on the contact. It does mean that there's only one down here towards the A side. Sterling could get a 1-for-1.
Great shots off, not ready for the second player. Woxic a little bit too far back. X-Floud is charging out. Headshots will get game back by the T-side players. So the Glocks hold their own. Savage responds, and Calyx in a 1v3 at least forces that player to low HP. Bomb on his back. Can secure a plant with a smoke down at Moto. The backstab in towards short will not be able to do much except set up the retake here. And Esperanto immediately domes him in, gets the gate of the ire for the moment, making them think that maybe they might be backing off. Incendiary's back. Woxic continuing to burn. imoRR tagged by the hate cheesy. Still sitting here on top of this wall. The third player's joining the fray for the CT side. Savage catches a kill. Licky and Sterling also getting involved. XANTARES, the first man out here. Savage has got Licky all the way back in the CT spawn. Doesn't matter. They both get their lineups and Licky gets the 2 kills instead of Savage. Seeing where all the players are. Don't think he was. He's up on the first boost anyway. Incendiaries, 2 of them down to suppress. Counter smokes in will not stop the initial incendiary. No, that's Savage burning away at first. Great reactions there from Eternal Fire. And now it leaves it all on Licky. Backup's going to be so slow to rotate. X-Floud taking the bomb in the back lines though. That could be an all-important kill. Licky has secured a lifeline now for LFO. It's just back up to get here. What's he going to hold out against? Flashbang in. imoRR gets caught. Licky continues transferring. XANTARES is low. Still held to the first boxes. Licky licks up the remaining pieces. And Woxic.
Apartments play. Apps pop.
Catches the player completely blinded. They don't check it out. Esperanto gets caught. Licky gets a kill in, and Hazza can peek out, get the kill back, and imoRR drops the bomb and all out towards the pit position. It's out of position for X-Floud. 1 of 2 players that remain for Eternal Flyer. Hazza known. Burning alive in the center of the site is X-Floud. Trying to extend against the rotators of Licky and co. 8 HP for that man. But the rest of the CTs are going to be the main issue for Eternal Fire. X-Floud in the back lines of the site. They don't detect it, but Savage still jumps up, spots him, gets the headshot, leaving Woxic alone.
Oh, that's a massive kill, because if that 2-for-1 comes in, you start thinking to yourself, this is on for Eternal Fire to bring it back. Now Woxic's in a very difficult position. Does deal with the first player. Has got to be careful about overextending out from pit. Now he gets mollied. He can force out to that left-hand side. Still plenty of time on the clock for Woxic to work with.
30 seconds, 10 seconds a kill. Looking back in the back lines, trying to spot out where Hazard repositioned to as he made his way to Mini. 20 left. Savage jumping, making noise, giving away his position. Check on Hazard. Great adjustment, but Savage peaks the same. Out to the B site they go. Sterling looking for the first shot. Drive face, flash assist. Great kill.
Sterling's got to get posted, get another frag before some of these rotations come back in. Sterling has got to try and find, because Savage is slow to rotate.
Molotov landing to the fountain, 29 seconds. They've got a second player there in Savage. Shot not connecting. The spray comes in, doing no damage as they cross. The bomb will get to site, should get planted. Retake on for LFO.
They've got to go for themselves now. Savage actually getting a pick onto Woxic as he peeks out from this construction angle and might even be able to deny the bomb. A lot of damage done.
XANTARES on 6 HP, extending out to Tree. Hazard's got to check in, and indeed he gets that kill. Calyx now at the Shire. Can he line up 2 heads? No, imoRR gets the kill. Savage turns it around and checked by both players, swinging in
position because there isn't one. He might be on for a multi-frag.
Depends on timing. 1, 2, 3. Not quite 4, but he's done enough to hold the round together, surely, for LFO. Bomb dropped on the short control. Hazza catches Woxic, and it's all left to Calyx.
And from Eternal Fires,
Pop out of play, 30 seconds. Bomb's got to commit soon. XANTARES wins that fight, and that will start the wrap towards the B site. The bomb not going to go just yet here. It's all down to Savage, really. A wrap around towards the A players are going to try to keep the CTs from rotating for now. 16 seconds. Hazza caught off. Gets Calyx to drop. Still selling on the rotations. And Savage back at dark. 10 seconds. Look at the time. imo's got to get the bomb down immediately. They're molotoving out the new boxes as well. 4 seconds. Time to swing. Time to deny. Kill found. 2 kills. Savage looks right there.
Oh,
no, they haven't got time.
It's a mid-play. Esperano, even in towards bedroom, thinking about aggressing.
To the C, spray through, gets them both. That's the rifle taken out as well. Calyx catches him off guard at least. That's 1 kill. Hazza will try to respond, then void that rifle from dropping into his hands. Calyx will pick it up and engage. He's read that extremely well. Hazza, predictable placement, and now Eternal Fire will charge in. The AWP on the site being shoulder baited out again, baited to the kill. Calyx might have whiffed some shots in the early map, but he's forced out round 26 here.
Oh, what a massive round this has been from Calyx. And surely you don't lose this. 3v2 with a moto smoke down and the bomb. This is perfect for Eternal Fire.
Woxic on the late lurk out to the apartments. Going to wait for them to try and aggress towards that short position. Licky's leaning in. Savage trying to find an angle here through the smoke. And eventually they get caught up for it. Licky's down, but they're not going to overextend. They want to keep at least 3 into the next. As there you go.
In brackets here.
Does he peak aggressive? Yes, he does, and he can maintain his life. Needs Hazza to insert himself into the site. The smokes and the mollies go down. Licky's got a flash, and Nade still gets a kill away for it. That might be enough. Hazza leaning up, looking to sees Woxic now. Savage's backstab has come in way too late. He's making his way in towards the apartments as the bomb's been planted. It's all on him to stop map points.
Oh, there is an aggressive play coming through from the apartments. That's going to force it into a 1v1 now.
XANTARES on 52 HP. Burn initiative that Molotov. Is that going to be the difference maker? Will that be enough for Savage to claim this? He's got the defuse kit, the incendiary to throw. Where does he go with it? Look out the side. Oh, he's read XANTARES. He's trying to go for wall bangs. Not connecting incendiary up to Axe. Takes the face, and XANTARES FO's map pick. And 3 SMGs being the basis of the setup for LFO. Not the kind of buy you want to see into a survival round. XANTARES picks up Esperanto already and starts things off for EF.
It just feels like they're squeezing in. Hazard, good shot with the deagle back onto Calyx. Probably doesn't have the room to aggress forward to recover that weapon. And Sterling's just trying to play the bait, hiding in the long cubby corner.
Taps forward, tagged up. Flashes in, he does strike on Woxic, remove that bomb from play. X-Flower with a trade, and now they've got to hold their own here. 3 SMGs still in for LFO, a 3v3 scenario, and there's a standoff between imo and the CT forces. Sterling and Licky get their kills, and XANTARES is the lone man standing. A smoke can go down, he could recover the bomb, but that advantage favors LFO here.
Hey, he's waiting for a fight rather than just trying to get that bomb straight away. So much time thinking about a rotation that would come down from one of the B players at Banana. Instead, everyone's at long.
Rotating up to the apartments. Trying to force LFO to second-guess themselves. But if they stay as a unit, they'll make this round work. They might concede a bomb plant on the A site, especially Sterling. Oh, no. Ooh. That's a mistake. XANTARES making noise. Their bombs coming in. Still a chance here for LFO as they make the rotations right back. Smokes in, Molotov's out. AK engages against Sterling, taps the head, looks towards long, gets out the graveyard, repositioning so effectively. Looking against Licky and Savage. AK and Galil picked up, Galil picked in. Savage drops to XANTARES, who makes it a quadra clutch. Teams, all 10 players. Eternal Fire look in towards the ramp control. Spot out Esperanto already. Engagements from Sterling. We'll get a trade back. 1-2 gets no headshots, gets no kills. Spotting XANTARES now with that shadow. And eventually should get overwhelmed. Hazard with the kill. The 4 versus 3 scenario being gained. LFO continuing to press the issue. The bomb will get planted. Next Flower holds his position down on default. imo finds Hazard next. 3 versus 3. Eternal Fire sat in their positions. And LFO need to push forward. Savage will be the first player in, though. 4 points of HP to his name. And behind the AC, it's a flash forward. X-Cloud evades it, looks for the kill. Savage comes up decent. Sterling drops in turn. Walks it, can't hit the kill shots against either Licky or Savage. Finally gets Licky to drop. And Savage is still doming head somehow. Diffuse kit on him. Gotta find imoRR real quick at this one. USP takes a swing. Misses.
Yeah, got to imagine as well for Espy. It's got to mean more for him up against some old teammates. Trying to see if he can get that Deagle into action. Not going to happen. Hazard getting overwhelmed as well.
Sterling, though, just going to spray him back and make sure he doesn't hold anything. Some Kevlar stays in, but it's not. For the Aussies, Esperanto at 51, detected by imoRR. And XANTARES engaging as the player at Sandbags. Turns around 180. In the back lines, that's at least a positive. With a minute to go and a backstab completed, Calyx will get Hazard. Now forcing the turn of attention back towards that B site, which could already be where the bomb's committed towards. They haven't seen it just yet, but Calyx is just getting the kills here. Licky faced in next. Bomb will finally get planted, and that's a backstab player just to get out of dodge. Calyx to rejoin his teammates in from ramp. I don't even think LFO can go for the retake.
No, they can't, but they also can't back off because they know that Calyx is still in mid, so they're in a very uncomfortable position where they just need to keep fighting and hope that they can get out of this one alive. Savage on the swing, finally deals with Calyx, and now they can hold on to their rifles on B.
Yeah, another kill back onto imoRR, making it a 2 versus 2. They're going to charge in last second for a retake. I don't like this at all. Licky especially. First man out. Savage has smoke on the bomb. Not going to happen. He jumps out to the stairs. Savage has got to escape back to some harder cover. Reface with that 5-7. Still not getting a pick for it. Damage has been done, but it's a 5v3.
Licky just trying to see if they could back off. I mean, really, looking for exit frags in a round like this is pretty vital. Recover a weapon, try and drop some more T-side players, wreck that economy. Eternal Fire, though, very comfortable on T-side so far.
And that can be their rebranding, looking for exit frags.
Oh. Good luck on Twitter tonight, man.
It's all banter. It's all banter.
He's put it out there now.
Come on, I'm from the East End. I'm one of you lot. Come on.
I'd like to see some more impact with aggression towards ramp. Just try and see if they can fight it head on. Get Sterling aggressive rather than out of the sandbags.
Oh, Savage tries to force forward first, and he gets picked up, walks it with the AWP against Esperanto out towards ramp, and has a caught up next. That is a dismantling for Eternal Fire. Licky trying to get something out of this, still caught jumping on the face out towards imoRR's position twice. Does get a tap to the headshots, and XANTARES took a nade to the face. 9-map winning streak, 7-0 in the last 3 months for LFO. Think about some of the numbers. You got to imagine Calyx is going to be quicker to the trigger. Hazard playing anti-flash for the moment. Flash coming in, not ready for that boost to come out towards that right-hand side, and they're going straight to the side. But that adjustment out to default was so quick. Need to get some sort of round on the board, and incendiary on the bomb, and counter incendiary back from Hazard. At least keeps X-Cloud away as imoRR falls as a 4 versus 4, but they've wasted so much time to get here. Sprays back at the M4, trying to hunt for Woxic and Co. Headshot does get seen. Calyx with a responsive up at ramp. They're on the defuse, denied by Calyx the same, and that should be round being done. No time for LFO. They're going to run for the hills, and Calyx and XANTARES probably end up falling here. Not like it'll matter in the grand scale of things. They're stood up. Calyx waiting back, looking for Org, only starting to make their moves in now. Woxic with a kill, Esperanto with a trade. Woxic overwhelmed. imoRR with a trade on 2 players to respond to it, and that should be round done. Savage got to get out of dodge as the F take 9.
This is tough. Very tough to watch for LFO because...
Away. Nades up as Calyx gets picked up by Hazard. All important to start things off.
Yeah, it seemed as if it was quite a brute force fake coming through from Eternal Fire out from mid, wanting to sell the distraction to have that walk up on B to catch Hazard sleeping. Instead, it's gone the other way, and actually they're down by 1, and the NWP's in a good position.
Shot off on XANTARES, 5 versus 3. 3 more players to face him in mid as well. Savage hearing footsteps, he knows that there's players out here, and Esperanto now peeks in from elevator, gets a kill. X-Cloud quick to respond. AWP doesn't quite land it for Stone. The USP and the M4 can combine now, and Hazard going to clean up him down, Molotoving him out into the open. Flash is keeping him suppressed. imoRR protected by smoke, but so is Licky here. And imoRR just hunting for a CT player. At least XANTARES will drop, so there is a trade available for LFO, but look at how close the CTs are to the T-line. X-Cloud caught next, and imoRR is still unknown here. On for the flank, their backs might be turned. Hazard thinks he's safe. Licky gets caught on a wallbang, kill on the site, and 1 man left in Savage, turned away from spray through. Doesn't get another.
To find the angle, the right method to be able to deal with that sort of play. At least there's a pick back that comes through from Licky, and then Sterling showing himself way too wide on the sandbags. It does at least get a kill onto imoRR, though.
I'm surprised that imoRR let that go. I thought he had a nice angle. Sterling peeked away at the right moment. Now smokes in from his teammates. Now he's back. Shots at the headshot, not connecting, and Woxic can punish him. Sticking around out in the open way too long there. 3v3 is getting Eternal Fire. Allowing LFO to get the advantage as Calyx gets caught. Next, Savage follows suit to X-Flat. The CT side, the smoke should clear. Scoped in, catches the leg of Savage, nades out, spotting where Hazard is. Savage not dead to the HE, and he will be able to get a kill for it.
HE doing some chunks of damage down onto Calyx, and more getting flashed up. Oh, dealing with Licky straight away, and even spotting out Esperanto. Doesn't quite multi.
Forces. Sterling re-aggresses once again.
Esperanto pushing forward to that smoke, only finding one, and now pressure starts building onto the AWP, who doesn't find anything and gets domed by XANTARES. Hazard and Savage, they've got to back themselves here, Jay, to get this 2-on-3 retake.
Yeah, no choice in the matter. Decent nade on X-Cloud comes in. Bomb plant secured. Advantage still for Eternal Fire as they extend it by one. Hazard is left alone. 1v3. Peeking in. Catches Woxic at least. Trying to force XANTARES out. X-Cloud on the site. Fake flash. Pick it back up once again, take the fight, but the HP numbers are too high. Do SMG for Sterling all the same. Damage done to Licky as XANTARES picks up Savage. imoRR gets past one CT, but gets him in the end. Looks out towards the likes of Sterling. That's a sequence and a half. Esperanto and Hazard just separated, isolated in different parts of the map. Hazard will engage against one man in particular of X-Cloud, get that kill. There's another T-side player in mid, one more coming up the stairs. They know where these guys must be at. XANTARES just waits patient, gets his kill in. So Esperanto dealt with by imoRR. A triple in for that man, and a 12 on this map. Having a couple of T-sided comebacks on Vertigo in their time in the Aussie scene, but Eternal Fire have started things off fantastic in the pistol of the CT side.
They could just start over-peaking, start wide swinging out with the man advantage, just keep going down towards the bottom of ramp. Hazard's focused up towards the top, and imoRR's
in towards that ramp control. By face, spot one. No more. Calyx, as great as comebacks have been over the course of the day, I don't think it's good enough. Even LFO on their comeback on the first map, it wasn't good enough to close out. XANTARES finding Hazard. Sterling can trade. Burst fire from Calyx, looks on the T-side contact, spotting several of them, looking for a head, taps up the likes of Licky. Savage and Sterling, not much that they can do. They'll continue peeking and prodding at that player, but ultimately they should just give up their lives.
Calyx just prodding with this M4, just tapping away, finding a lot of success. Esperanto and Savage, last couple left. Woxic is on the other side when the smoke starts to clear. Going to be very difficult for the T's to find much. Savage probably just swing, see if he could find some impact with this MP9. Overall, only a single kill coming through on that trade out for XANTARES. Savage is hoping that they do start getting hungry and start getting over-aggressive, and Calyx ends up retaking some of this ramp control.
Calyx finds Sterling. That's a good shot. That's a good kill. Doesn't go any further, though. In this incendiary we'll be watching. Expecting there to be something out of the T-side line. imoRR also leans up. X-Cloud sits to the SMG ahead of Banger. And Hazard is forced away. 35 seconds. Incendiaries held. Molotovs come back as imoRR swings, seeing Hazard catching a little bit of damage and gets the kill in the end. A 5 versus 3 has been found. Licky next to drop to the hands of Woxic's HE. imoRR gets Esperanto. And Savage in the 1v5 trying to force out something with a smoke and a flashbang. imoRR says otherwise, just get out of here. Eternal Fire can meet some very staunch competition in the next round. Because you are right, the out-of-region teams is who they've taken on so far. So I guess kind of a bit of a layup there for Eternal Fire in the last couple of rounds. And indeed, it has looked that way for the LFO side, especially in this second map. Eternal Fire's pick, and you can see why they picked it. Already 2 frags against Hazard and Savage in what should be the last round of the game.
You would imagine so. Calyx getting aggressive, the smoke starting to clear. Sterling on the other side trying to hug the corner, deals with that first. Calyx looking to see if he can multi-frag, getting the information of where the last couples are. XANTARES and a teammate. Licky does at least get the trade now, just comes down to Woxic. Licky hoping to make it happen, but it just does not come through. 16-3, a dominant performance coming through. And maybe this is the